everyone. My name is Milena. We are here today to talk more about Moonfare and presenting myself to you guys. So I am a Brazilian living in Berlin since January 2022 when I joined Moonfare, and I've been a tech recruiter for about 8 years now. I used to joke about that being a tech recruiter, even when tech was not in the job ladder. Although I don't know how to develop, I love technology and seeing the impact of my job to tech teams.
So then that's my turn. Hi, everyone. My name is Elena, and I work as a principal engineer at Moonfare. Originally, I'm from Ukraine, but since 2015, I live and work in Berlin, Germany. I have over than 10 years experience in software engineering, and with Moonfare, I'm already for 4 years, as you can see. I have started as working at Moonfare as a senior full stack engineer, and at the moment, I'm in charge of the whole development department. A little bit about me, as you can see on the screen, I'm a huge fan of Korean culture, in particularly K-pop and K-dramas. So to be honest, I have a really extensive experience in watching them. So if you will have some questions also related to that, feel free to reach out.
Nice, thanks, Elena. So to talk more about Moonfare. So what is Moonfare? Moonfare is a fintech company that works in the private equity field. But what is private equity, you might ask? So when talking about investments, we have different markets, such as the public and the private one. The public market is the one where we could buy stocks and crypto just by downloading an app from companies that have gone through the IPOs. So when talking about private equity, we are mainly talking about companies that they haven't gone through the IPO yet, but still needs investment. So what Moonfare wants to do, we want to impact the private equity market, what is usually difficult to access because of like the high prices of the investments, enabling individuals to access those investments, not only by reducing the price, but also like making the process to invest a lot easier and helping the investors to build their own portfolios. So about our company, we have now 170 employees, more than 40 nationalities in the company, and offices in different regions, such as Berlin, where we are headquartered, London, New York, Hong Kong, and Singapore. Considering that we are in different regions, we have to understand the legal aspects and process to invest in different countries, also considering the different needs that users from the regions might have. So since we are in different countries and we plan to keep growing, we need to structure not only our team, but also our platform, so we can be able to attend our investors' needs and innovate at the same time. And to talk more about our timeline, Moonfare was founded in 2016 by Stefan Pols, who is our CEO. And after the seed round, which was in 2017, we established the company and launched our product in 2018. Then after we established presence in Hong Kong in 2019, we went through a new series round, being in 2021, the year when we received our Series C round. And what about our engineering team, Milena?
Sure, that's actually a good question, Milena. When I joined the team in June 2018, we have been just 2 engineers in-house, actually including me, and around 6 or 7 engineers and QS back then. And since then, we have grown significantly. And in total, right now, we have around 100 actually members in entire product and tech department, consist of product owners, designers, QA, engineers, security and site reliability engineers, and BI. Each member actually of our team have different experience, knowledge, background, and their own history. All of us coming from more than over 30 countries around the world and experts in IT field. Joined Moonfare in helping to build a digital platform that allows individuals to invest in the private equity funds. So when it comes to our engineering team structure, as you can see, it's pretty big. In the beginning, we've been just very small one team back then, but we started getting bigger and bigger, and we came to the decision that it really needs and require actually some changes. So we adopted the Spotify model and dividing teams into tribes and squads to improve not only our solution, but also how our teams work and collaborate with each other. So at the moment, as you can see on the screen, we have around 14 teams in total, and we keep growing and plan to establish several teams in the nearest future. As for the application we built, in the few words, it's a digitalized platform that enables the individuals to go through the whole process necessary for investing fully online. We continue to improve in it. We develop extra functionality based on different customers' feedbacks and make the process of investing through our application as easy as possible. And I would like to share that just this week, we have released a really completely rebranded website, which is even better looking and easier to use. It was really a huge, tremendous collaboration between all of our cross-functional teams, designers and engineers. And to be honest, I would like to say that I'm really proud to be the part of such actually amazing team. Then a little bit more details about the process, how it actually looks on our website, like basically how to invest through our application. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward. Users can register on our application, go through the KYC verification process, which stands for Know Your Customers, and then they will be asked to go through the identification and questionnaire, which will clarify if they are actually eligible to invest into private equity funds. They will be able to review different information regarding available funds on our application, request an allocation, and sign documents fully online. And I believe that I won't surprise you too much with the tech stack we have chosen, because it's quite popular and fits our needs perfectly. We use Node.js with TypeScript on the backend, and we use React.js with TypeScript on the front end. From the database standpoint, we decided to use MySQL, and with a cloud solution, we went with AWS. But when it comes to the current challenges we have, worth to mention that in the beginning, as many companies does that as well, we used a monolithic first strategy. And the reasons behind that were the next. First of all, it's a speed, and also with faster collection of the feedbacks, quicker adjustments, unclear backend boundaries, and also not always the complete requirements right from the beginning. Also, refactoring functionality between services would have made life much more difficult for us than doing that in the monolith. But when the application started to grow, and over the time, the amount of the functionality and various business cases started increasing, we came to the conclusion that actually it's a time to move away from the monolithic application to the modular backend and microservices. We decided to use domain-driven design approach and focus on the developing large models by separating them into different bounded contexts and explicitly describing their interactions, as well as extracting critical functionality into independent microservices and focus on creating proper asynchronous communication between them. That enabled actually to make our teams much more independent and enable engineers to exactly focus on the features their team owns. To be honest, none of those big steps and changes wouldn't be possible if we wouldn't have really a great team with a strong culture in our company. Do you agree about that, Milena?
Yes, totally agree with you, Elena. And I think this is the most important aspect about Moonfare, and actually my favorite one. So talking about our values, we have 4 of them. The very first is about ownership. But you might ask, like, Milena, what is ownership to Moonfare? So basically, when talking about ownership, we are talking about like how much effort we put into our tasks. If I see a problem that is not related to my area or my job role, I won't turn around and let go. I will tell my leader, my teammates, so I can guarantee the problem is going to be solved. So sometimes I can solve the problem by myself, like if it's required coding, for example, but I can go to Elena and tell my opinions, perceptions, and ask for her help. And about growth. So we seek for growth and improvement. And how do we do that? We have a self-development budget, weekly teaching, and actually we provide semi-annual feedbacks and development sessions. About transparency and integrity, this is actually my favorite culture aspects in the whole company. We have regularly Monday town halls where we have like reports, dashboards about the business. And I think that this is really important so we could understand how much impact our role has to the company. We also provide like forward feedback to each other, what help us to understand what we need to improve, but not only that, what do we need to keep doing? So about community, that is like our fourth value. So there's no such thing as like doing things by ourselves, like just by yourself. We work in teams, we deliver together, we support each other, and we are encouraged to keep like the bigger picture in mind. This is one of the favorites, one of the values actually. I already told that this is my favorite, but also I could see like from the very beginning when I was joining like my interview process for Moonfare. So talking about like the interview process, I can share with you how our software engineer process looks like, and it consists in about like 5 steps. So first, you would have a call with a recruiter like me, and I wish I could get like to know more of you doing these steps actually. And then we have the codility test. So the codility test is the only hands-on technical challenge that we have during our interview process. In this step, we will assess your coding skills, understanding how do you use logic to complete challenges. After that, you would have the opportunity to know your possible future manager in the hiring manager call. This call is focused not only in getting to know more about your previous experiences, but also for your hiring manager to see how you could be an add to the team. I always suggest also that you come prepared with some questions so you could understand also if we are offering the type of challenging that you actually want. So about our technical interview, we don't do like a whiteboard assessment. We are mainly going to ask about like some engineering concepts and how do you use in your daily basis. Talking about the final steps that we named as culture calls, these culture calls are for you to get to know the product team and also the VP of engineering in the software engineer case. As I've already mentioned, it would be like very important for you to bring some questions to this step so we could share different perspectives from the business with you. And talking about like Moonfare, I know that this could be a lot of information. And I mean, if you guys have any questions, curiosities, please feel free to ask us and we'll be here like to answer you. So let me check the chat to see if we actually have some questions. Okay. Okay, so it seems that we actually don't have any questions until now. We actually came prepared to some questions that you guys might have. So basically, like the main questions that we received from candidates are like, what languages should I speak? So in Moonfare, the main language that we speak is English. This is the language that you should be prepared to speak during all the interview process with us and also when joining the company. And talking about like what you could expect about your application, we actually aim to respond all the applications within like 3 business days. And whom can I contact if I have more questions about the hiring process, like the interview process? You can get in touch with me also and with the recruitment team by the emails that we have in the presentation. So I'm actually curious about something. So Elena, what is your favorite value about Moonfare?
That's a good question. So I think one of my favorite ones is growth. So actually the value stands for we building business by building people. And as I mentioned in the beginning, my career here has started as a senior full stack engineer. And then I moved onto the team leader position in one of our teams. And at the moment, I lead the entire development department. The company supports various aspects of the personal growth, and from the providing a fairly extensive budget for the courses and certifications, as you mentioned before, to clearly documented criteria for what is expected of a team member for being promoted. In addition, twice a year, we conduct 360 feedback to help assess a member's performance by peers to help the individual grow and achieve their personal goals. Becoming a team leader or moving from developer to the DevOps positions and more is all possible at Moonfare. And as long as you are willing to do that and eager to do that, just that's on the matter to tell that and try yourself in the new position. And actually, I have one more question to you, Milena. So why did you decide to join Moonfare this year, and what actually made you to relocate to Germany?
Nice question. So I've made this decision because I could see like during my interview process that everyone was not only assessing my skills, but also understanding how could I add the team, like culturally saying. And I felt comfortable to tell about like all my skills, even the ones that I knew that I needed to improve, that it was not like super great. And I could see it not only from my leader, but also from the team members that was interviewing me, that they would be for me there when I needed like when I need their support. And I think actually this is one of the main important things for me when considering like a new opportunity, when I was considering the opportunity about Moonfare. And this is why actually I made my decision to relocate to Germany, because relocating to Germany and working for Moonfare, I knew that this wouldn't be like actually a lonely journey. So this is actually my reason to join Moonfare. And now we would like you guys, thank you for your attention. And if you would like to see more about about us, about the company, just check out our website and follow us on LinkedIn. We have a lot of more information there, not only about like the interview process, but about the company. And thanks a lot, and we wish you a great day. And of course, if you want like to ask us anything, just put in the chat below, and we are super happy to answer.
Thank you very much, everyone, for attending our call. Have a great day then.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Elena. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Milena. Bye-bye.